Folks, this is Bernard Powell from Premier Group International, and the question is, will I get colour variation in my mortar, my grout lines and my bricks? So the answer to that is, this is for the Premier brick range. Answer to that is yes, you will. You'll certainly get colour variation in your grout lines, and that's because there's so many variations like temperature and moisture, and the types of sand that can be used, the curing time, the time of the year, all these different factors, the wind, all these things change the colour of your grout lines. So the thing to remember with Premier brick is, because the brick colour is very even, the more variation you have in the grout lines, then potentially the more you'll see that variation, because the brick is such an even colour. So we recommend that you use the Premier washed sand. So your bricklayer should use Premier washed sand and Premier cement. If he's using our white brick, or you're building your house with our white brick or soapstone, we recommend that you use the Premier white cement. We do that at a really competitive price, because we are New Zealand's largest user of white cement in the country. So we really recommend that, and also using our Premier washed sand. That's because it's a washed river sand, so it's got very minimal salt content, because salt is like poison to concrete and can cause the process of efflorescence, which is excess lime and calcium and things leaching out to the surface of the brick, so it looks like a white powder on your brick or your mortar. So that can actually dribble out of the or bleed out of the grout lines and down the face of your brick. So that's why we highly recommend using Premier washed sand and Premier cement. You'll get a much better result, and you'll have a much happier result. So yes, and you'll also get colour variation in your bricks as well. That's just normal, because we're using natural aggregates and natural materials for natural results. So even though we have the least colour variation out of all the brick suppliers in this country, you still will get colour variation, and that will be different from batch to batch, and it can be this even down one street. You can see one Premier white house in country brick white that will be a slightly different shade to its neighbour, or the one further down the road, which is the same colour, Premier brick, country brick white. So just be aware of that, and that hopefully that answers your question. Thank you very much.